What is up, everybody? Today we're going to be taking a look at the different generations and their mindset on home ownership.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi, I'm Paul Sawhney. I am a realtor, mortgage specialist, and real estate investor here in the GTA. And my main focus is to provide these types of videos to arm you with the knowledge so that you are not taken advantage of. I'm actually going to be going through an article that was published by Zoocasa. They had actually surveyed about 1,600 users and from different generations, whether it be Gen X, Gen Z, millennials, and baby boomers, to see exactly where their mindset is when it comes to home ownership, whether they're going to be going into the market to purchase or not. Now, one of the interesting facts about what came out of this was that 70% of Gen Zers have decided that they're going to wait until they can purchase a home. Millennials at 67%, 69% of Gen X have decided that they're also going to hold back and wait, and 46% of baby boomers have decided to delay their purchase of a new home. What has actually caused this delay of purchasing a home is the market dynamics. In the first half of 2023, the inventory levels were at record lows and at the same time had created a lot of competition for purchasing home amongst buyers. So major markets pretty much in the first half of 2023 saw great rebounds and some significant increases in home prices from 2022. Inventory shortages still remained. That is what has propped prices up and remained somewhat steady. So in the second half of 2023, the impact of the rising rates is what really caused buyers to actually stay to the sidelines and see exactly what is happening in the market. When the second and the third rate increase was announced by the Bank of Canada, that was when pretty much most buyers had decided to wait on the sidelines to see exactly what is going to happen to the housing market. So now slowly what gradually started to happen was the inventory started to build up with a lack of buyers in the market. Now, that's not actually a really bad thing, but what it actually did was pretty much transition the market from a seller's market to a balanced market. So then we actually started to see that prices of homes started to level out. We're actually still in the middle of actually seeing these prices leveling out from their highs of early in the summer. This particular chart is actually showing what are the actual reasons for these generations from holding back or delaying their home purchase. So approximately 30% of the people surveyed said that rising interest rates was the main reason why they're delaying their purchase of a new home. Secondly was the high home prices overall was far too out of reach for them. Third on the list was actually the cost of living. So with the rising cost of living, many people have said that they just won't be able to necessarily afford to purchase a home unless interest rates and home prices decline. Fourth on the list, which is very interesting, is they have not been able to sell their current home. So in this particular market, we have actually seen people where they're coming back to a very old school type of clause where they're saying that, listen, I will buy your home provided that I can actually sell my home first. And so they put an offer together, they agree on numbers, pretty much conditional on them selling their home first. The fifth reason is the lack of availability. Now, when it comes to good homes on the market, there are actually slim pickings. So many of the people are deciding that they'd rather sit, wait, and watch. If you take a look at some of my other videos, you'll be able to see that there are people who have purchased their home in 2020 or even 2021 at around $2.5 million and now are actually trying to get out because they probably have received a renewal, have got this sticker shock from the interest rate increase, and now are selling their homes at $2 million. Almost a $2.9 million house selling for 2.1 now as desperation has kicked in. So there are homes that are coming on the market. There may not be enough, but these are the ones that you really need to take advantage of if you are in the market to purchase. And lastly is where these generations have decided to just change their mind, hold fort, and just watch. Now let's take a look at the actual generational differences and see exactly who was affected by what factor most. And what they actually found here was that Generation X has pretty much pointed at high home prices as the main culprit for them not being able to get into the housing market. Meanwhile, when we look at millennials and baby boomers, they have felt that the high interest rates was the real reason for them to sit back and delay their home purchase. Despite all these generations delaying their home purchase, 65.9% have all expressed a desire to purchase a home in the near future. So what's going to happen is that once the Bank of Canada gradually begins to decline their rates, we are expecting the Bank of Canada to reduce interest rates mid-2024 to the end of 2024, depending on which bank economist report you have read. So one of the other interesting facts is that Gen Zs, Gen X, and Millennials all have focused on permanent homes versus purchasing a starter home. About 30% are focusing on either a condo apartment or a detached home, and 23% preferred to be looking at a townhome. So the other question really comes to is the geographics and these generations' flexibility to move to certain cities to be able to afford a particular home. The interesting part here is that 38.3% are willing to actually move out of the city so that they can actually afford a particular home. And 26% were actually willing to move to an entirely new province to find a home that was affordable for them. And Gen X was actually the most open to moving amongst all the generations. 46% of millennials actually expect to receive assistance from relatives or family in purchasing their new home versus 30% of the other generations that are expecting the same type of assistance. And contrary to popular belief, Gen Zs and millennials actually are more optimistic of purchasing a home versus baby boomers and Gen X. Now comment below, depending on what generation you are from, when you believe it was actually the best time to purchase a home here in Ontario specifically. 45% of Gen Zers and 36% of millennials actually believe that 10 years ago was the most optimal time to purchase a home. 38% of Gen Xers and 23% of baby boomers actually felt that buying a home 20 years ago was the most optimal time. So comment below and tell me when you feel was the best time to actually purchase a home, and if you feel that now is an optimal time to purchase a home with housing prices actually coming down quite significantly. If you have any questions regarding real estate or mortgages, I highly encourage you to just book a call via my Calendly link. My link is in the description below, and we can go over all things real estate and mortgages, and I'm more than happy to assist. And regardless of what others are trying to tell you, it is important first for you to know what is happening, because if you are a seller or if you're a buyer, it's important to not overpay and also not undersell. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you found this video of any value, please share this video with somebody that you may know that can actually benefit from this video. See you on the next one.